guys, Max with HobbyKing, back with more for our Glue and Go series. I'm here with Alex Davis, you know him, one of our pilots, and we have Rob, one of our great customer service guys. We're out flying the new jets, again, part of our Glue and Go series. We have the SU-27, the J-20, and the bright orange F-35. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take them up for some flying right now, and then we're gonna take you back to the studio and show you the build on these three. Coming in. And move it.
Sure. All right, vertical launch test. One. That was awesome. Vertical launch. Yeah, I think we have the right motors.
Yeah. I'll just do a regular old.
Yeah.
A little message for Ian. We are back in the studio now, and as you can see, these trio of jets fly really nicely. So what we're going to be doing now is taking you through the build of these planes, and we're going to focus on the SU-27 the most, since it is the most different from the other two, the F-35 and the J-20. Now inside all of the kits, you're going to obviously get all of your foam pieces, all of your hardware for your servo mounting and your push rods, your motor mounts, and all your carbon tubes and carbon flat pieces to, again, assemble all of these planes. Recommended electronics for all of these planes are exactly the same. We recommend a 2208 to a 2216 1400 to 2600 kV outrunner, a 5 to 8 inch prop, again dependent on your motor choice, 20 to 40 amp ESC, dependent on your motor choice, 2 9-gram servos, and a 1300 to 2200 3S LiPo. Now we're going to be using the Multistar Viking 2208 2600 kV motors, Aerostar 30 amp ESCs, and the 590M 9-gram servos. You don't necessarily need the Metal Gear version like we're using, it's just what we had on hand, and you can use the Plastic Gear HXT 900s equally just as well. So for build equipment, it's going to be similar to our other Glue and Go series, if you guys have checked those out already, but you're going to need some glue, obviously. We used a combination of foam glue, CA, and hot glue for different aspects of the build, and then you're also going to need some basic building tools, X-Acto knife, Phillips head screwdriver, some cutters, a few various other minor tools to get these all completed. So the first step for the SU-27 build is going to be gluing the two nose pieces together, and that's going to be using whichever glue you like. We used foam glue here. Next step is going to be finishing gluing all of the horizontal fuselage pieces together. That's going to be 3 total pieces. Next step is going to be installing the long carbon tube across the horizontal fuselage. So for the F-35 and the J-20, you're going to be gluing the horizontal fuselages together first. Now instead of one large carbon tube, the F-35 and the J-20 have flat carbon spars that go across the fuselage. There's already slots dug out for them, so all you have to do are glue the carbon pieces across the horizontal fuselage for the F-35 and the J-20. After that, we're going to be cutting off the horizontal tail, so your elevons, from the fuselage. Next step is going to be assembling the vertical tail onto the fuselage. Next step is going to be gluing the vertical fuselage with the nose onto the horizontal fuselage using hot glue. And now you're going to want to make sure that your motor mount area is flat when you do this, so when you install the motor mount, it'll go on easily and straight and you won't have any weird thrust angles. And once you're done with that, you're going to reinforce all of the bottom fuselage pieces using hot glue. Next step after that is going to be installing your motor mount. So again, you should already have the motor mount area nice and flat, so you can go ahead and glue on your motor mount. Next step is going to be adding your ESC and gluing it to the side of the vertical fuselage near the nose. After that, we're going to go ahead and install our servos. So this would be the point where you're going to install the servos for your tail surfaces, and you're going to want to make sure that your servos are nice and centered prior to installing them, so you can have a much easier time setting up the servos and everything for your tail surfaces. After that, you're going to install the base board onto the bottom of the fuselage using hot glue. Next step is going to be installing your control surfaces back onto the airplane. So that's going to be the tail surfaces that we removed earlier. Now for the F-35, there's going to be a hatch on the bottom of the plane which you have to assemble. So you're going to want to lift the hatch up and cut a nice 45-degree bevel into the front of the hatch so it can fold closed evenly. Then you're going to install the 2 wood clips that come with the kit into the hatch so you can close it securely. So the final steps are going to be doing your radio setup and installing your battery and checking your CG. Your CG is going to be 4 centimeters from where the motor attaches to the motor mount towards the front of the fuselage. Alright, so that is going to wrap it up for the builds on these 3 jets, the Su-27, the F-35, and the J-20. Again, they are part of our Glue and Go series, and we have a few more planes coming out for that, so make sure you subscribe to HobbyKing Live and stay tuned for more from our Glue and Go series.